submitting a store review. Your store is Erin K's Closet. You have a full-time job, have random hours, and are you allowed to message me for a follow-up after my review? Of course. And you actually don't need to pay me for any questions you want to send to me. It may just take a while, but because you bought a review, no problem. I will happily answer any questions if you have in the future. But I can hopefully give you some insight on what to do in your store. So you have 196 items, so let's just say 200. And if you look at your sold, it shows 83, so around 27, 28 items per month is what you're selling right now. It's not bad. That's like 12 to 15%, which is right on the money for this category. One thing I would recommend is experimenting with free shipping and no best offer, or charging for shipping if you have best offer. For me, I wouldn't recommend doing auctions that are under $20, and the reason is because there's a high percentage of people who do not pay. So you don't want to be cheap and have them take forever to pay, because if you're going to sell things cheap, you might as well have that cash flow right away so you can put it into something else. You have to wait 11 days or 7 days with eBay's unpaid buyer system. It's going to really hold you up because you can't sell it. There's probably a different buyer that would have picked up the item for a little bit less plus shipping. Buy it now. So if somebody makes you an offer, what I would do is actually lower the buy it now price. So looking at your solds right now, I'm going to sort by highest to lowest. Wow, this dress sold for great money. Some jewelry, some free people, excellent. So I would recommend definitely to take square photos if you can. That way you can utilize this space that goes all the way to the corners of the photo. That's going to help out a lot. Your titles look fine. Let's see. You can try omitting the NWOT, new without tags. But for me, it's fine. I do new or new without tags in the title, but some people do not. I am in the camp of you want to make your listings around 50 characters, not use all of them, because you're going to have non-converting traffic if you use too many keywords. So I like these short titles like this one. I feel like that's a good way to do it. When you're selling handbags, I would stuff them completely full to give them the full shape. Maybe you would be able to get a little bit more. I'd also put the size, so large, medium, small, and I would put the dimensions right in the title. For snow pants, I would put, for example, 32 by 34 or 12 inches by 7 by 4 for the bag, or the length of this necklace. Oh, I already did, actually 18 inches, perfect. So I just want to give as many descriptors in the title as I can to give people all the information. These rock revivals, probably could have gotten a little bit more money for them, but that's okay. Just get them out the door. You're just getting started. I like your background. It's very neutral. I would go with gray or white so that it can show up better on Google image search. That's going to help you get more ranking when eBay sends it to Google, but otherwise not too bad. I like this long here. But if you're going to put long, I'd like you to put the waist times the inseam in the title so that I can see just how long that is. But this is how I take photos of jeans, so I like it because it shows the exact shape of the item. The only thing I could do differently is actually include the maybe the back of it if there's some kind of embroidery on the butt, but looks fine to me. One thing that's missing from your store is items above $100 and then items in the $20 to $60 range. I'm sorry, the $60 to $100 range. I'd like your focus to be there, and you don't have any in that category. And for me, that's the bread and butter of eBay. $60 to $100 is challenging, but you're gonna have to focus your time on sourcing and learning things that sell in that area so that you can really grow your business, because the onesie twosie under 60 bucks is really challenging without staff and potentially having, you know, a few hundred items in your store. I recommend you try to get to around 250 to 600 items in your store, so you can maximize either a basic store or a premium. But what I want to help you do, Erin, is I want to give you the opportunity to get a full-time income on eBay. And so what that is it's 1,333 items at $20 profit. And selling 15% each month equals 4,000 cash pre-tax each month. So I want you to not spend any money, keep your job until you have 1,333 items in your store that are all $20 profit. At that point, you could be comfortable having a 15% sell-through rate and netting $4,000 per month. And that is the FU money you need to quit your job or to have different options. That is the math. So I really want you to focus on that. Right now, your store is too small to make any crazy changes. You just want to be active, like you said right here, make adjustments every day. If you can, I wouldn't do auctions again because I hate when people do not pay. So for me, on items under $20, I don't do auctions unless I know it's going to go for way more than $20 because expensive stuff, people will pay. But cheap stuff, they're just bidding for fun. eBay doesn't have really a penalty for people not paying. It's very lax. Plus, as a seller, I don't want eBay banning buyers. So if they don't pay, it's not even really that big of a deal. Titles are fine. Your shipping, let me see. $375. I think you should charge $649 because Poshmark has done a lot of homework to figure out that people don't mind paying $649, which is the average of what clothing items cost to ship. One thing I would do also for sure is your product mix is a little bit lacking, and the thing that's lacking the most is shoes. I would definitely add in as many shoes as you can because it gets the average sale price really high. There are tons of shoes that are over $50 to $100, and that's really going to help boost yourself. And when you get to the point where you're paying 10 and selling for 40, you're really going to start crushing it. Let's see here. Pictures look great. They're bright. Very clear. There's no obstructions. Let me look at your description really quick. Ooh, buy two, get one free. Not a bad promotion. I prefer shipping promotions personally. But again, you can do whatever you like. Promotions work. You want to adjust it and constantly do that. Maybe play around with the promoted listings. I just do the 1%, or I do trending on items that I want to move quicker, but normally just 1% so I can play the game without spending too much in fees. Would include measurements if you can. That's going to help you answer any questions. But again, on a brand new item, you don't necessarily need to include measurements, but I would just to prevent questions. I love your promotion. See your return policy really quick. 60-day money back. Nice. That's very awesome. Buyer pays for return shipping. For me, I have 30-day return or 30-day policy, and I pay return shipping, but I charge $649 for shipping. So that's just experimentation for what you want to do. I think free returns is huge on eBay. So I think free returns is better than free shipping, in my opinion. So let me know if you have any questions. That concludes the review. But going back to this thing right here, I'd like you to get 1,333 items that are $60 profit. And this is usually a $60 average sale price. It's going to take you a while to build up to that, but I just want you to be patient. Grow your store to that amount. If you have any questions, email me right now at 10konthebay@gmail.com. Eventually, I'm going to change that email, but for right now, that should help you. Let me know if you need anything else. Take care.